Alright, welcome back to Autodesk Maya. In this tutorial we're going to continue with this Hero project part 7, this prop project. So we have here, in last tutorial I added bolts, extra bolts between, and I actually applied a material to it. So if you zoom in here you can see how they're a little bit darker, they're a little bit different kind of shine and weight than the base material of everything else, which happens to have a Lambert material, which is the default Lambert material. If you can see here in the attribute editor, which is this little widget here, you can see it has a Lambert material applied. Now our materials are kept in the Hypershade, so I'm going to open up the Hypershade window, and you can find that under Windows, Rendering Editors, and Hypershade. And I also have the outliner open, which again, if you go to Windows Outliner, you can open up your outliner, and the outliner popped up on another display here. One thing I wanted to point out from the last tutorial that I neglected to mention was that this whole group here, the left straps, if we look at our channel box here, you can see here there are negative values here. We want to clear this up in case we wanted to animate this separate from this. Now the whole shield's ultimately going to be animated, so it probably wouldn't cause any problems, but sometimes it can cause double transformations, what they call. So you always want to have your geometry really clean. So in order to clear this up, all I got to do is freeze transformation, and boom, it's zeroed out there. So if we look at our, I have these center bolts here and these cross center bolts. Those both have a material, and in the Hypershade we have this bolts material here. So I have it already created. I'm going to show you how to apply materials to objects, and then we'll create another material. So if I open up either the left strap or the right strap, we'll start with the left strap, open it up. There are areas here where there are bracket bolts. So right here I have them. So these are all the 4 here and the 4 here. So all I have to do is select that group and then hover over this Hypershade material, right click on it and assign material to selection. And you'll see as I click out here how those bolts have changed color. They're now that darker shade. So I can do that with any of these along here. So I've done it to that one, so now I can do it to that one. Right click, assign material selection. I can now click on this one, right click, assign material selection. And then there are the left side here, the right side here, which I'm going to collapse this and then open up the right straps. Now, do you have to do it like that? Can you hold shift and select all of them and assign it? Yes. So I can now right click, assign material selection, and now all those bolts will have changed color accordingly. So now they all have that same shiny blend material. So let's create another blend material for the main units here. These guys here, which are called the supports, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to go under the Maya category here, and over here on the right is a list of materials. I'm going to click in here and add another blend material. Now it calls it blend 2 by default. I'm going to double click on it to activate it, and over here in the attribute editor, again your attribute editor has to be open, you can highlight it and give it a material name of whatever you want. So I'm going to call this one metal blend material, and then hit return. And I'm going to make it kind of like a shiny sort of silver. So what I'm doing first is increasing the color value so it's a little bit brighter. And then I don't need transparency of any kind, but I do want to have quite a bit more specular. So I can ramp up the specular color a little bit, the actual specular quality, by increasing that amount. So you can play with these different settings here. Maybe a little bit of reflective color and reflectivity here. And so that's looking pretty good. And now I have this blend material which I can assign to both these brackets here. So all I have to do is select whatever I want to assign this to, and again right click and assign material to selection. So I'm going to do both of these guys just like so, and I'll probably do that to the braces here and some other objects here. I don't know what kinds of things I want to assign this to, but I'm thinking anything that kind of wants to be kind of chrome like. Now these sort of brackets here could be also So I can shift select all of these and assign that material, and come around here and select these guys and assign material, and I will keep doing that along the other side. But that's the basic overview introduction to materials. In the next tutorial we'll cover actually how to apply color materials to actual individual faces, because as we can see here, even if we applied a single material to this star with the circles, we'd be missing out on all that color. We want to be able to select individual areas for the color. So until next time, see you soon in Autodesk Maya. Cheers!